It's showtime. If you're interested in investing in the crypto space, you came to the right place. I need to know if you're in cryptocurrency for the long haul. Hit that like button, subscribe, tell me you're a real 1% down in the comments below. I'm Project Pat, and on my channel, I get you project news, reviews, and overviews with predictions on tokens you want to know about. Let's take a look at the crypto space right now. Okay, Bitcoin is down to $29,600, sitting down 3% on the day. ETH is at $1,783, down 1.9% on the day. The green is mostly is all the stable coins. Okay, just so we can all see. Let's take a look at our coin market cap real quick. Okay, in cryptocurrency, like I said, the green, okay, is Leo up 3% on the day, 7% on the week. NEM or XEM is down 7% on the day, but it's up 3% on the week. And Ravencoin down 2% on the day, up 1% on the week. And then after that, you've got your stable coins that sit at and are pegged at $1. You got DAI, you got UST, you got Tether, you got TUSD, USDC, Binance USD, HUSD, Pax Standard. So mainly it's your stable coins, and a few of these coins were big gainers last week, and so they're still seeing a little bit of a green. But then in your red, you're looking at Thorchain. We covered Thorchain last week. They had a hack, unfortunately. Okay, so they lost some money. And then with that fear of a hacking, people unfortunately take their money out of it. Okay, which is, everybody does what they want to do. When it was on the bull run, Thorchain was huge gains. Tremendous gains, but now they're down 40%. Telcoin down 39%. Synthetics down 32%. Harmony is down 31%. Flow is down 31%. Stacks is down 30%. Axie Infinity down 29%. Theta down 30%. If you like some of these coins and you believe in them, watching this video doesn't mean sell, okay? I always tell you guys dollar cost average into the things you believe in, okay? That's the way to make your play, okay? Remember, this is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes and entertainment purposes only. And as I've been talking about, you could take a look. It's red in the top 10, all right? Binance coin is sitting at $266. Cardano is down to $1.06. XRP is down to 53 cents. Dogecoin is down to 17 cents. Polkadot is down to $10.93. Let's take a look at the market cap dominance. With Bitcoin sitting at about 46%, ETH sitting at about 17%, Ripple's up to 2%, Tether is up to 5%, Binance Coin is up to 3.78%, Cardano is at 2.85%, and then in the other category, it's up to 11.56%, taking out most of the smaller ones, okay, just so you can see it a little bit better. All right, then you give yourself an idea of where different people are at. Okay, you can take a look. The top dogs, okay, are in that range there. And realistically, Bitcoin is starting to come off that big high back in February and January, where it's at its peak dominance right up there. And it's starting to slow down. Looking at Bitcoin right now, and I've got a couple different indicators. We've been talking about stochastics RSI a lot in this channel, and realistically, we've been talking about it being that there was opportunity back in the daily. That's where I like to look at stochastics. On the daily chart, it was all coming down to this. Back here a couple weeks ago, you could see it in the overbought territory down here, okay? Then as it started to move down towards the bottom, yes, it technically is in the oversold territory on the daily down here. There still is potentially more room to go, okay? Moving it all the way out into August or September, this trend line right now, it just broke support of the $30,000 mark for the fourth time. Back in May was once, and then you got it the second time here, the third time over here, and now this is the fourth time here. Okay, you can see where the stochastics line up with all this on the overbought and oversold territories at the bottom, the bottom, the bottom, okay, bottom and bottom here. Okay, it started to look like it wasn't going to go down. It did dip here big time, but it didn't dip all the way past it. It was close. It almost broke the $30,000 mark on that dip. So you can see as where the trend's going, it keeps making lower lows. Okay, it's been making lower lows now for about 3 weeks. You have to be ready for it realistically. Okay, my small blue line here is the previous all-time high in 2017. So scrolling all the way back out, the small blue line is your previous all-time high, with your support area being on the low 18,000 to the high side in that ballpark. I'll put one more so you guys can see it. I'll do a small line. In that ballpark of about 22,000 being your next support line, so that you guys can see where it potentially could go. You always have to have a game plan. What's your plan? That's why I talk about what's your game plan going forward. What's your plan if it's going to keep going down, and what's your plan if it's going to go to the upside? Okay, looking at the weekly, okay, we're going to look at a couple indicators that are a little bit more of a tell towards what the heck is going on with the whole market in general. Okay, the KST, or no sure thing. All right, looking at it on the weekly, with your all-time high being back here. Okay, that's your first point. Another all-time high being over here, that's another point. Another all-time high being back over here, that's your highest point right there. And then you see it where it trends down. When it trends into the zero line or goes below the zero line, I'm gonna just move this a little bit. I want to zoom out just so you guys have a better picture. Okay, when it has its bottoms, okay, you've got one bottom down under zero around here. Okay, and you can start to see where the trends are. Okay, even though this was at zero or close to zero right here, where it just started to come in on it. Okay, you might think that would have been the bottom, but if you're coming off it, it wasn't. It had further to go. So you have to be ready for these things to happen. And then all this rise back up, and then it started to dip out. It sat right around the zero line for a while. Okay, right in about here. Here's another bottom. All right, and then that bottom being here. And as it starts to go up and the green line starts to move away from the red, that's where you start to get on your swing. So realistically, the bottom is potentially somewhere in this range here, and that could be October, November, September, October, November, because it still has room to move. And don't forget, it can go below this line before the green crosses back to the red. It could be some time. So you just have to understand where it's going forward from there. And then looking at one other indicator, okay, the alligator, the Williams alligator indicator. Okay, when the blue line is above the green, that's your bearish trend line. Okay, looking back in 2017, when the blue finally crossed the green completely, and then the red is now in the middle, that's your bearish trend on your downward spot, on your downward trend going down. Okay, downward trend going down. It's the same action that's happening right now, where you've got your blue and cross the green, and it potentially, like we've been talking about, it could sit and find that channel of support at the $20,000 mark in here. Okay, it could find its range in here. All right, it just broke its range of 30 here, with your support being at 22,000. Don't be surprised and have a game plan for what happens next if it does go all the way down towards that $20,000 mark. All right, know that that's a potential play that could happen, and you want to be ready for it if it does play out that way. Looking into your Wall Street cheat sheet, okay? We've been talking about in your market cycles. You've probably seen this before. If you're brand new and this is your first time seeing this, this is a nice idea of what happens in a bull cycle. Okay, with your bull cycle, it's going up. Everybody starts to FOMO in, and then it can all just come crashing right back down when people saw it and bought in at 62, 63, 64,000, and we're like, oh my God, it didn't happen. Well, I need to save my money, and then they just panic sell. We're potentially in the range down here where you could see yourself still on the downward trend. This might not be the bottom. And this is why we always talk about dollar cost averaging, okay? The the first thing I told you guys on this channel, okay? Trading is a scary strategy to use in investing, okay? Back in 2017, for me, I started out, I wasn't very knowledgeable, started trading, okay? Lost some money, thought it was a quick way to get money, and I really wasn't very knowledgeable then. The best play to do is dollar cost average in and just watch your money run. Okay, if I have my first watch list sitting there staring at Chainlink, if I just put in $100 back then, it would be $9,500 today. Unfortunately, I didn't do that. I bought into BitConnect because I saw some get rich quick scheme. Lost a lot of money in that. Saw Davercoin get rich quick scheme. Lost a lot of money in that. But fortunately for me, I still had Bitcoin, ETH, and different things. It was money that I was willing to lose, and I understand the potential of it. I put money in, and what I pulled out of those was like 15 bucks. It happens. So you have to realistically set yourself up for your long-term success. And that's what I'm trying to teach you guys now moving forward, okay, with all this happening. It's okay if the market has a downward trend. If you dollar cost average in, and over time you will see your wealth create. And then from there, you have to think about that. What are your reasons for investing into cryptocurrency? Okay, if you want to get rich tomorrow, who knows what's going to happen? Okay, we've been talking about it since the beginning. 2-year plays, 3-year plays, 5-year plays, 10-year plays. People don't think Bitcoin is going to be completely adopted for 10 to 20 years out, where it becomes like the major currency of the world. You're seeing countries that are poor and underdeveloped, or are developing countries, adopt Bitcoin because it's a currency that is more stabilized than their own. It's right now still less than 5% of the world uses cryptocurrency. And if you're watching this video, that's why I keep saying you're one of the real ones out there. You're a real 1%. You have to know where we're at and where we're trying to go with this, okay? Looking at the altcoin chart, the altcoin chart has a couple tells in the same category. We're sitting at about $600 billion in altcoins, excluding Bitcoin right now. The previous top at 2017 over here, in the previous top, is about $500 billion in altcoins, okay? Right now, it's a little bit tougher for altcoins to stabilize, because you have the stable coins themselves. So instead of going altcoin to Bitcoin, people go altcoin to stable coins, or even Bitcoin to stable coins. That's why some of these downward spirals could be a little bit harsher than the past, because of those opportunities. The support line for altcoins is still sitting in the $400 billion range. So just so you see what could be potentially going forward, you have to be realistic. So when you look at market cap dominance and you see Bitcoin sitting high, and then you're like, well, what's going on in the world? You just need to know what's going on with everything else. Taking a look right now, okay, this is taking Bitcoin all the way back to the beginning. All right, I've been saying since I started this channel, you have to be prepared for Bitcoin to drop 85%. That's always been my tell, because that's what I know. I know that from 2017. I know that from 2019. Okay, 72% in 2019, 84% realistically in 2017. Okay, looking at all of these back here in the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, 76%, the fifth one, the sixth one, and the seventh one. Okay, I'm just going to move this number real quick so you guys can see it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, the average of those is about 81%. Okay, taking a look from the all-time high, going from the price range here. Okay, if I can click this number almost perfectly. we're looking at about 81% drop to 82%. Okay, that's about $12,000. Okay, it's about a $12,000 drop. So realistically, the bottom, it could be 12, but then China could say they're banning Bitcoin for the 15th time, and then it goes down to $10,000. You just have to be ready for those things, okay? That's why dollar cost averaging is so powerful. That's why in the stock market, people say like they want you to get certain people to take money out of your paycheck so you don't even have to worry about it. It's always going in, so you can always dollar cost average in. So over from when you're 21 working your full-time job till you're 65 and you're ready to retire, you keep compounding that money in, and then you can take it out when you're older, rather than panic selling, hitting that panic button and taking it out when it's at the bottom, and then all the big wigs, all the billionaires buy in, and then they get richer, and then you're left with a bag that ends up hurting you in the long run of things, and you didn't get those gains you want. Just keep focusing on dollar cost averaging. It might be the first of every month you just put in a certain amount of money you feel comfortable and willing to lose, that you're not going to need for the next 5 to 10 years. Like I've been saying, I can't stress that enough. And if you don't feel comfortable putting that 100 or that 50 or that 20 in one shot, do it in smaller increments. Just keep focused on what your reason is for investing in cryptocurrency, and that's what you're looking forward to down the line. Everybody, I just want you to understand, never forget why you got into cryptocurrency. Give me a hashtag reasons down below in the comments and elaborate on the reason for your journey in crypto. Okay? Don't let FOMO control you. Leave a like to help this video reach more people, and watch more of the videos on price prediction. Subscribe to stay up to date. Comment what token you want me to do a deep dive into next. Even though the market's on a downward trend, that doesn't mean that there aren't still gems out there. And if you miss a play, it's okay. There's always going to be another play coming forward. All right? It's all love, guys and girls. Thank you for being a part of my journey. Until next time, Pat out.